Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right. I'm good. Yeah, here I am. Here, I can hear me now. Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Chris Meza's here, co-host, not here. So I'm not sure what's going on, but hey, we're going to go ahead and talk. Did you have any shows this week?
No shows. I don't want to do any shows the rest of the year.
Oh, you're done for the rest of the year?
Yeah, because, the kids and the wife. And
Okay. Did you do all your Christmas shopping yet?
not yet.
No?
Not yet.
So it's getting close.
Yeah, it is.
It's all right.
Jesse showed up. Yeah.
I'm the one that's supposed to be late. I'm the one that's Mexican. Right?
You were on time. You just had to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jesse is here. He's brought a bag of treats. I'm not sure what's
Treats
in.
for
me.
you guys. Nice to see you. Sorry, I'm
Hey,
late.
how's it going?
Meza, good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you, man. Looking good.
You're here for the final episode.
I know. I heard, man.
Yeah,
Final.
he
That's
wasn't
good.
prepared for that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm late. I didn't want it to happen.
You didn't. The hair is extra high today.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just kind of woke up.
Oh, okay. Late night.
Little bit. It's at
Okay.
the Madhouse.
How'd that go?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was a small crowd, both crowds. Early crowd was a little bigger than the late,
Okay.
but they were tight. They were very tight. But I felt like I cracked them open, and I did.
When did you go up?
I went up fourth on the first show, and then I went up first on the second show.
Okay. With a host and then you? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a host. He did about 7 minutes, and then I went up, and I tried to do different stuff on the 2 10-minute sets, so I thought that was kind of cool. And, I felt like they were very tight, but that it was a success just in cracking them open.
Okay. Have you done the Madhouse, Chris?
Yeah, I've done the Madhouse quite a bit.
Okay.
Sometimes, but you know what? I always wonder: have you guys ever done the Madhouse, or any show where there's like a lot of people and it's just you can't get them to laugh? It's never happened to me, but
Oh, okay.
I've seen,
It's never happened.
I've seen it happen to other people where it's like, why did you even come here?
Yeah.
The audience members?
Yeah, the audience, like, why do you even come if you don't want to laugh?
Well, yeah.
I've seen like really good comedians go up and the crowd's still like, I'm like,
Yeah, but still, one of my biggest pet peeves is when the host or the comic asks the 7 people that are there, "Why did you guys even come here?" Which I think alienates them even more to not laugh.
yeah, I wouldn't ask, but
So
I always wondered
Yeah.
that.
Well, I think we tend to get a little demanding up there for our laughs. I know I do. I see someone that's, stone facing me all night. I'll look at him and be like, what do you, give me something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if
Try
it's
to
just
drag it out of
one
'em.
person, it's tough. But sometimes, like on Wednesday, I did the store, and it was just rough for everybody.
Yeah.
There was probably 12 people, but it was the open mic and then the show. Which I hate the open mic because they'll leave the lights on for the open mic and then shut them off for the best of.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, now it's the best of, and they still don't know who the hell we are. So it just like adds added pressure to us to be funny, and
So they should just call it, this is open mic in the dark.
yeah, and it just wasn't that. It was just rough the whole time. So I was just riffing the entire time, and I got some laughs out of it, but. I've never done like a show. Are you saying like a packed house? Like
Yeah, just like a pack house, just a good amount of people in there. And
Yeah.
just hard to make them laugh.
yeah, like for everybody or just like 1 or 2 comics?
For pretty much everyone. Like
Everybody
it's just
but
a bad,
you?
like, man, forget it.
Sometimes it's bad, yeah.
Sometimes
I feel like
it's
it's
bad.
people come in as individual little groups, little smatterings, and the idea is like to try to unify them, to try to get everybody laughing at once. Because I feel like you'll have pockets of people that'll laugh at certain things, and you're like, that's okay, but I need everyone together.
Together, yeah.
And some of those crowds, I think, are just so broken up with their little, I got this party going, I got this, maybe dates and stuff. I think the toughest crowd is when everyone is couples.
That's how it was on Wednesday.
Right.
It was all couples.
And so it's a whole crowd. There's no groups, and they're also just like couples on dates. I think they feel embarrassed, right, to laugh, or they don't want to, show that I like that dick joke or whatever in front of the date or the new date, especially.
Yeah, I felt, especially on Wednesday, now that it's a free show, I felt like they didn't look like people that would go to a comedy show. So the guy was like, "Oh, free! I'll take her there. That'll be a good way to waste 2 hours.
Yeah,
and probably make me look better." But Yeah, it wasn't good.
Hey,
Yeah.
You were saying about the store. What you remember the show last Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
And they put us on, and then they did the main show, and then they just threw you guys on after, right?
Right.
Everybody was telling me like they didn't know when one show ended and another show started.
Oh yeah.
When did they start doing that?
Well, they turn the lights off, and then they turn them back on, and they flash them for a little
okay.
bit.
Oh,
What
I
they
see.
do is a strobe light effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into that this week. It's normally like those promoter shows. You'll do like an hour, and then they'll have like the best of people at the end. But yeah, I hate how they do it because I did like the Toys for Tots on Thursday.
Okay.
And it was like an hour and a half of Toys for Tots and then 3 people after. And Mike Vinn hosts.
Yeah.
And so he hosts up until Billy. And then there was 3 people left. And he was like, thank you so much for coming out for the Toys for Tots. You guys saw some great comedians. So thank you so much for coming out. Now we have some door guys. You know, this is how a lot of these guys start up. They're door guys, you know. And one day they hope to be real comedians to that point. All right, let's give it up for Jeff Bilodeau.
That was the intro, really?
Pretty much.
It's fucked up.
So I was just like, oh, I'm so happy to be here. This is my Make-A-Wish. This is my first time ever doing comedy. You guys, I'm just a door guy. You know, I just pick up glasses.
At least he said your name, man.
So then, yeah, I just was like, oh, my God, this is going so well. Like, my first time, like, oh, my God, this comedy thing is easy, everybody. You guys need to do this. And then, like, I was doing, like, really well, you know.
That's good.
Because I went into material and, like, after, like, somebody gave me $5.
Oh, wow.
Someone else asked me, like, was that really your first time? That was amazing.
They start giving you toys.
Yeah. So it was like, I did so well because I riffed on how stupid it was to say, oh, now these door guys are coming up the ranks. Like, it's not like, it was just really just.
People stand up, start just throwing all their toys towards you at the stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just dumb because
Toys for doors.
it was hard enough.
Toys.
It was hard enough because it was an hour and a half into the show. But
Yeah.
it was like a bunch of people doing 15, and then Vicky did 20. And
You
then,
could have, if you had 3 more comics, just continued it, right? Just
Yeah.
you could introduce
And-
them the
and
same
don't-
way,
yeah.
continue it, and be done with it, right?
Right. Why act like we're any different than. I've been doing comedy longer than some of these people on the show. I can do a better.
I think maybe his approach was how this show is officially over, our portion of it. How can I get people to stay and watch them? And maybe that was the angle.
No,
of-
I think it was total opposite.
You think
That
so?
You guys should just leave because these guys are just slobs that are coming up. We have to put them up because they're door guys. It was just like so just because Renee says they do that up in L.A. Like this
Do they?
on the like the bet.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do all kinds of brutal stuff. At least
Right,
Remember,
but I
what we
guess
went
that's
through.
what they're doing. They're like instead of saying like this next comedian coming to the stage, it's just like this next door guy coming to the stage. It's
Well, you remember what Benji said about us?
Yeah,
but
but
he said
even worse.
these pieces of shit will never make it in comedy. So feel free to heckle them. You can throw stuff if you hurt them. It's fine.
They have
because
no soul.
They have no
way.
soul.
You
No,
didn't say
they don't
that.
have.
Yeah.
that was Benji Arfaya. What was his name?
Benji Aflalo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Benji.
No,
No,
not
no,
Ben Garcia. Yes.
No, we're talking about someone heartless.
Yeah, this
Yeah?
is back up in L.A. Yeah, this is
Maybe
long-
maybe he's a nice person deep down.
Yeah.
we just didn't see it.
That's their what
I
they
think they're
wanna do.
mandated to do that, though.
To, like,
yeah,
break
in
you
his
down.
defense, I think they tell you.
You would have probably knocked out 5 or 6 people.
Yeah, you
if did
probably
it.
would
It's still
have. That
pretty
wouldn't have
bad.
gone well.
right as I go on, pile.
They would have thrown something at you. You would have
Yeah.
fucking knocked him out.
I learned my lesson. I'm never doing that again.
Never doing that again.
Well, I did it one more time, but
I did it one more time. What was that? Your encore performance? Then you call that?
They asked for it.
Yeah.
Nice. That's his closer.
Standing ovation.
Yeah.
Then you just start punching people that are
Knocked them
standing.
dead, man.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that story. Did
If
you
you
guys
want to.
We'll get
Kinda-
there.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just wrap up. Did you have any other shows this week?
Oh shoot! I think where's my phone? I think I was at the Palace. Maybe I didn't. I don't. I
Thursday?
drank too much this week, Jeff.
Did you
I'm
do-
trying to
did you do
keep it together?
Were you on that
My
rule?
parents were in town.
Okay.
My parents were in town visiting.
They left
and,
yesterday?
They left yesterday, and we did a lot of stuff. Whirlwind visit, you know. I went
Okay.
to Scripps Birch Aquarium, and I felt like a kid again. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
And Barrio Logan, we went to Chicano Park and walked around, looked at all the murals.
I've never even
and
been there.
it's beautiful. And
Logan.
yeah, it's really nice. We had a really good visit, but it was short and sweet. But so I didn't do a lot of stand up while they were here. I had this one where I was judging the Madhouse
Oh,
contest
yeah.
on
How
Monday.
was that?
Well, I think we talk
Did
about
your parents
sometimes. No, actually they were going to go, and I convinced them not to go
That's
I was
probably
like,
a good idea.
Yeah, I was like, look, I have to. You're going to have to sit through 2 hours of a show that I'm supposed to be judging or whatever, and I'm going to go on dead last. It'll be 2 hours. It's going to be late for you guys. They really wanted to go, but I told them at one point, it makes me nervous.
Especially in the early rounds, it's still not good.
It just makes me nervous.
Was there a crowd?
There was an okay crowd. Yeah, there were some people there. There was a lot of comics I didn't know that were performing. And what I did was, because I thought, I expect to bomb. And so let me just recap what they did. So I took kind of copious notes on all the comics. And then I went up and I sort of reviewed some of the jokes that had hit.
Okay.
And so I was getting laughs on just recapping.
So people remembered the jokes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they remembered a lot of the ones that they really liked. And so I think that was a fun thing to do. Because Bajan went, and because I roped him into it, of course, and he didn't want to do it. And he didn't even remember. So he was like, oh, whatever. And I was like, no, we're judging. You have to be there. So he didn't want to do that. But he did. So he did a regular set. And then I was like, man, I got to do something different than just material. So I tried this recap thing. And then at the end, I saw this guy who had messaged me on Facebook saying, hey, I'm in town. I'm in the military, and I'm stationed in Guam. I'm in town for a week. I want to come see you do comedy. When are you performing? I had told him Monday, Friday, Saturday. So then I see him in the crowd. It's Monday. And I realize I haven't done a single joke. I'm about to get off. They gave me the light.
Right.
And he came to see me, and he's got a date, and she looks pissed. Because I guess he had told her, hey, let's go see my buddies headlining the Madhouse tonight.
Yeah.
And then he sees this. Yeah. Right? A contest full of people he doesn't know for 2 hours, and then I'm up there for 5 minutes recapping it, and he's, girlfriend, looked really mad. Anyway, so then I did like 10 more minutes of just jokes. But I talked to him afterwards. The girlfriend looked way pissed.
Oh, yeah.
She was really, so again, don't drag your dates to something like that. But it was good to see him, though.
Yeah, that's good. Did he come last night, or did he have to
No, that was the one he saw. So, but, that's how it goes.
All right, we'll come back. We'll bring in officially Chris Meza when we come back. You're listening to WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in Internet talk. Bye.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
I've been bragging about Progressive Medical Center to you guys for years, and I'm so excited to have Dr. Agoli with us because, Dr. Agoli, a lot of people walk through your doors, and some of their biggest problems are they're just fatigued, they're tired all the time, and even though they're dieting and exercising, they cannot get the weight off. Why is that?
It's a combination of poor metabolism, inappropriate eating, but more importantly, it's due to a lack of education and really doing the right testing. A lot of our patients are metabolically compromised. What does that mean? Their metabolism is not functioning. The metabolism is responsible for all physical and chemical processes necessary to sustain life, and that includes energy. And without cellular energy, your body is not going to be a burning machine. Let's get back and teach our listeners to be a fat-burning machine.
It's been a lot easier to maintain my weight since Progressive Medical Center started treating me with all-natural supplements, learning proper nutrition, and that can be you today. No more frustrations about being tired or overweight. So why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today through progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life, live it well.
Gotham Books presents Marriage Rules by Harriet Lerner. The book Martha Beck calls required reading for anyone hoping to interact successfully with any other human, not just for those in romantic relationships. Get your copy wherever books and ebooks are sold, and visit harrietlerner.com to learn how to change your marriage today.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at which.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICHWICH. Which.com.
Hey, do you want a great price on a new or used car? Hi, this is professional racing driver Don Swanson, and I know a thing or two about cars. I'm talking about Military Auto Center, San Diego's original and only automotive warehouse where low overhead means low prices on your next vehicle. Stop by and experience a friendly and casual way to discuss your car needs. They're located conveniently at 9323 Activity Road. You can call them at 858-831-7887 or online at militaryautocenter.com. We'll see you there.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, it is second segment already.
Yeah.
So I was busy this week. I did the store Wednesday, which was bad. Thursday went well, but I did Lestat's on Tuesday.
How'd that go?
It went well.
Awesome.
I had a friend that came and watched. And,
Well, you always do well at Lestat's, but we just both find it a little bit tight, right? A little
yeah, but
quiet.
I mean, I never feel like the last couple of times I felt like, oh, that was good.
Good.
I'm happy I said I'll do this. Because I did 15, which is quite a bit in that room.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's not easy. Have you done Lestat's, Chris?
No, I haven't done those things,
Okay.
but I've been there.
They're a very young crowd.
Yeah.
They're so young, they're not drinking. They're like, having tea and stuff. But for some reason, totally different than the Wood, which is like a young crowd, but they're boozed up pretty heavily.
Right.
So it can be tight.
Yeah.
They'll enjoy it, and they're really watching attentively, quietly. Sometimes it's a little
Well, plus it's
unnerving.
a Tuesday, and by the time I went up, it was close to 10 o'clock, which I guess isn't late for them per se, but...
Do you do anything different this last two times? Do you think approach it any differently?
Maybe I'm a little bit of a stronger comic, because it was a long time between doing it. I did last time I did it was probably 4 months ago. Like Dustin's trying to get me back in there a little bit more regularly, but for the longest time, it would be like 2 years between doing it.
Yeah.
But
did you do any crowd work? Because I think
no,
I think
they
it's
never
best.
respond.
They hate it, right?
They don't respond ever.
Yeah, so that's an adjustment right there. Is just avoiding doing crowd work with that particular crowd.
Yeah, it's not even what I wouldn't consider what I do crowd work. It's more riffing and getting the crowd. And like if they say something, I'll say, "What did you say?" And they'll just be like dead silent. They won't respond, which is a little weird. But no, it was just one of those times where I got off and I was like, "Yeah, it went well." And Dustin was like, it was all right." And it was just like I fuck around all the time, but it was like all right. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like I never say like when it's good, I say it was all right. If it was all right, I'll say it's all right. And I just want him to go, yeah, it was all right. But him to say, nah, you were up there.
So he was giving you back what you
yeah. But he said like if somebody does well, he'll just be like, yeah, you tried. But if somebody doesn't do well, he'll always be like, did you have fun up there? So,
yeah.
Do you guys do crowd work a lot?
The extent of the crowd work I do is usually nicknaming people. Like I called this guy Cheeseburger like 40 times last night, I'll just nickname someone in the front row, and it's almost like tagging the joke. I do the regular joke, and they'll go, you know what I mean? Cheeseburger, or whatever. I don't really want an answer or really too much engagement. Do you do crowd work, Chris?
No, this is... Well, every time I go up, everyone always, the comics always tell me, maybe you should stretch out your joke like this, and maybe you should do this, and maybe you should talk to the... But... I don't want to do that, and everyone keeps telling me to do that. You guys know my style of comedy, right? It's like a misdirection and like premise.
Are the shorter jokes?
Yeah, the shorter jokes.
Okay, so they're trying to get you to stretch them out.
To stretch
Why?
them in storytell, and I don't like that.
I know. Everybody wants you to storytell. My mom wants me to storytell. I hear you. It's hard.
I can do it with like people I know and bullshit with.
Yeah.
But on stage, I'm like very. Can I say bad words?
You can say whatever you want. Yeah.
I'm very anal with my jokes. So.
That was the word.
So I'm
Albert Litton's full name is your curse word.
So I'm very particular with my jokes.
Yeah. Plus, you still get very nervous before you go up.
Yes,
right?
I do. That was going to be my next question to ask you guys because. The only way to get rid of that is to go up and do a lot of shows, right?
I don't know.
Yes and no. Some people it is, but Jesse, you still get nervous.
I'm very nervous.
Me too, man. I got a lot of anxiety.
A lot of anxiety, a lot of fear of failure, and a lot of sort of embarrassment, and I don't like being in crowds, all that stuff.
Dude, it's not even failure for me. It's because I have to wait for my turn.
Yeah.
That's what gets me nervous.
Yeah, I hate that too. It's almost better to go on early for me because I like to get it over with.
That's why I always ask, can you put me on first? Can you put me on first? Because I hate like waiting and wait that.
You know what's so hard is at the Palace recently I had to go last. And, you know, I hate it. So I'm like waiting. And then when it goes well, it's extra exciting because at that point, there's no other show after me. Mm-hmm. So I could run the light as long as I want and do, 30, 40 minutes. And at that point, they're loving it. And I always kick myself for being that way. Of going, I take feature spots all the time when people, it's like you have to, I don't know how to get over the fear, honestly. I had like 5 gin and tonics last night, and that helped.
That always helps.
But it's then you're not the same comic. Yeah. I don't think.
I think, and I'm pretty sure everybody that likes to drink says this, but I think I'm better when I drink. And I ask my family that, and my kids say, yeah, you're better.
My kids think I'm better on alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
No, that's funny.
Here, smoke this joint.
Smoke it. Yeah. But I think it too much, though. You get to that threshold of like you can't really do the jokes as tightly as you would like to do them. When you get that loose, there's probably a sweet spot in there.
I did. I've done like 2 shows sober.
Okay,
and
and you've been doing comedy how long?
Since 2009. So they went well.
You were on a hiatus though. You took a break recently.
It always takes a lot of.
So what was this? How long was the break? This last break?
Like 2 years.
Yeah, it was a.
Yeah.
And now I see you out. Doing it.
Well, you said you've done 2 sober shows. How many total shows do you think you've done?
Yeah.
So since 2009, and remember, you guys remember that those shows in PB with Dirtbag?
Oh, yeah. So did you do a bunch of those?
I did a bunch of those.
Okay.
So when I first started, I've done at least.
What were those guys named? One guy was named Jesse, wasn't
Fadoosh.
he? Fadoosh. Fadoosh.
Cock and Balls.
Yeah, Cock and Balls comedy tour.
Yeah, that guy.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
That dude was nuts.
Yeah.
Cock and Balls comedy tour?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
They were extreme, man, but they were real cool.
Extreme, man.
Yeah.
They were. So those were pretty fun. So you did what? A dozen of those, probably.
Yeah. I would say from...
They'd probably want you to get drunk for those, right?
Mm-hmm. Almost 100 shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because, I've taken a lot of time off.
Right. Well, I didn't even think you had done that many, but 100 is not that.
I would think, yeah.
So,
wow. So, 2 sober ones. How do you remember how they went?
They went well. One of the sober ones.
Why did you decide to go sober on these ones?
I think because I got there late, and then
you
there was
didn't
no
have
time
time?
to drink. Yeah,
No time to drink.
So,
and were your kids with you, and they watched it, and they're like,
They were in
you're
the
not
car.
so good sober. They were in the car. That's where I want my kids to stay if I have kids and I do comedy.
it was at this
Stay in the car.
North Park when they used to have those contests.
Queen Bees?
Queen Bee.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I almost won it.
You did? Sober?
Yeah, sober.
How about that? That should tell you something.
Yeah.
That you could have won it if you were
But
drunk.
But I did another contest drunk, and I won it. So
There you go.
Nah, just kidding.
Just kidding. But that was a drinking contest. That wasn't that wasn't comedy.
But yeah,
That's cool. Queen Bees, they do comedy anymore? Do you
I
know?
don't. think- no,
I think
this
they
is
have a mixed
years ago.
mic on Tuesday, but you got to pay to do it. I
Oh,
think it's
no.
like $5 or something. But they have a big crowd because there's a lot of musicians. But
Who's going to pay to do it?
yeah,
It's
Well,
insane.
I don't like to get drunk. I just like to get a little buzz.
Yeah, Jeff's like that.
man, it's all or nothing for me.
Let me
Same
rephrase it.
here.
I love getting
I'm
drunk.
writing a bit. I'm trying to work on a bit now about people that can only have one drink, and I did it at the Wood, which was the right venue for it. So that's my problem too. I can't just have one. I have one, and I'm like, what was the point of that?
Right.
Where's the other 5? You know, I can't. It's a problem, but
What is the point?
What is the point of that?
Yeah.
To taste it? They should make alcohol flavored gum for that. You know.
Well, that's like I always see people at the Comedy Store. They have to buy 2 drinks, and then by the end of the show, they have like 1 full drink.
That's
It's
so
like,
weird.
I get a water. Why would you pay $11 for?
I go to a comedy club. They're like, it's a 2-drink minimum. Like, look, real question. What's the maximum? That's what I need to know. What's the drink
Oh, that's
maximum?
good. Hey, having one drink's like going to the strip club. Like,
Yes.
what's the point of that?
Right. And the worst is the strip clubs with no drinks. Those are the worst.
yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I don't like those either. It's too much of a tease of like, this could be fun, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Give me your money.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm trying to find it, but
Trying to find the sweet spot. If you could just get buzzed and not get blacked out, that's
Yeah, I just never figured, even since I started, you know, when I've read about alcoholism, I've been an alcoholic since the first time I drank.
Yeah.
You know, there's never been a time where I've just been like, oh.
Since before you drank, you know?
Me too.
Probably.
It started with my dad, and he just passed it on.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Pops.
That's what
Thanks, Dan.
Your parents never really drank, right?
My mom did, yeah. My mom just quit drinking this year.
But was she like wanting to get drunk or just?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. It's definitely, you know, like both my parents, like my dad stopped cold turkey because they basically told him you're going to die if you don't stop. So.
My dad never really drank because his parents are alcoholics, or his, you know.
Okay.
My dad died because of
really
alcohol. Yeah.
That sucks.
Like cirrhosis? Okay.
Yeah.
How old was he?
55.
It really is
56.
addictive, man. You know, I think when people talk about drugs and stuff, they don't realize, like, I think booze is the worst one.
Oh,
I really do. I've never done any other horrible drug or even really, really bad decision without alcohol being involved, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's like any time I'd ever done harder drugs like coke or mushrooms, it was smoking. You know, I'm not from. I was drinking too.
Drinking, right?
You know, but I haven't done either of those in years. But you know, it's like.
And I don't think smoking weed is a gateway to anything. You know, a gateway to the fridge. It's about a gateway to
awesomeness,
pizza pockets or whatever. But
it's such an extreme difference, though.
Yeah,
cocaine and marijuana.
Totally different.
But you don't see very many people like you don't. I've never seen an intervention with someone that does marijuana.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen an episode like that.
Jeff, we need to talk to you.
We're here to get you off this couch.
You've been sleeping all day.
Look, you've watched reruns of the Jersey Shore now for the past month.
You have a problem.
You know, it's smoky in here. You need to get some air.
It's like Eric Myers' joke about how he went to rehab and somebody like was overdosing on, like his problem was sleeping pills. Like he took too many sleeping pills. Like, who parties and just needs sleeping pills? I'm going to take a nap now.
I'm going to take a nap.
That was good.
Got a problem.
Yeah, so I think that's stuff interesting. But
it is.
So you're going to try to start getting back into it more, or?
Yes, I am, man.
You doing mics, or you're doing shows, right?
I have a plan.
Nice.
You're going to release that plan?
Yeah, I'm going to release the plan right now.
Yeah,
he's making a hat with the plan on it.
And I think it's good.
So you ready?
Yeah.
You're going to release it after the break?
Yeah.
We have to tease the plan. All right. Coming up after the break.
With Chris Meza. You listen to WSRadio.com. WS Radio. Internet talk.
A podcast or radio show on WS Radio is a great way to create content marketing. Turn prospects into customers into raving fans. Contact Wade at WSRadio.com or call 866-WS-RADIO.
Homeless veterans and their families are suffering and need our support, but many won't ask or don't know that help is within reach. Veterans Community Services is here to help. Amazingly, about 35% of the homeless in our neighborhoods are veterans with families. Low-income veterans or their friends are encouraged to contact Veterans Community Services and reach out for help with housing and other services. Call now, 800-974-9909.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Agoli, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
No family can survive on 2 incomes anymore, let alone 1. If you are supplementing your family's income working from home, then tune into The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio. Host Deb Bixler brings you sales tips, lead generation systems, and best business practices that guarantee direct sales success. Whether you're looking for a little extra cash or a career change, The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio will give you proven systems that will work in your home business. The Cash Flow Show, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
In the military, things can change in an instant. At Navy Mutual Aid Association, we understand because it's our life too. That's why our dedication to serving the life insurance needs of our military veterans and their families is unrivaled. Navy Mutual offers superior life insurance protection without military service restrictions and limitations. A single focus on providing the peace of mind military families are looking for. That's what we do. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve. Call 800-628-6011 or go to NavyMutual.org.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, we're back. Third segment already. So what's your big plan?
Master plan, Meza plan.
Chris Meza.
The master plan. All right, so the only reason why I came back to doing comedy is because it's just in me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys,
you
guys know
say revenge.
You guys know I have 4 kids and a wife and a dog. So
are you done? You gonna have any more kids?
Yeah,
any more dogs?
I didn't even want to have one.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, baby.
You wanted multiple dogs?
Yeah,
then.
dogs all
Lots
day.
of puppies.
Yeah. So, and they take up all my time, and you know,
Dogs will do that.
Yeah. So
bitches ain't easy. All right, go ahead.
So
you didn't come back to comedy to get money to feed the kids, did you?
No.
Okay,
because
there might be an issue with this master plan.
Yeah. So I told my wife, I was like, look, I want to do comedy. I'm going to do comedy, but going to all the open mics, going to every show that you can possibly get to. I don't know about you guys, but it's like you get a high, and then after that, it's like, okay, you're done.
Right.
And then what does it do? Some cases, you know, you improve your stage presence. At least I think so. But,
Yeah.
But, you know, for the most part, it's nothing.
Because it's a short amount of time on stage, the 3 minutes or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you're performing for 1 or 2 per, you know.
Absolutely.
So I was like, man, I can't do that. I can't be out at a show on Monday at 8 o'clock. And you know me, I have to drink, right?
Of course.
So, honey, I got to go. So I didn't want to do that, you know. I want to stay home with my children. So I know this comedian named Little Rob up in L.A.
Okay.
And we've been doing shows together for a long time. And I said, look, man, if I do, because he's asked me, hey, do some shows. And I was like, I'm only going to do some shows in L.A. mainly. I'll do some in San Diego, but they have to be I don't want to say worth it, because then I sound like,
right.
I'm not.
But every show you assess whether it's worth going.
Yeah, because it takes time away from my family.
Yeah.
So I said, if it's not worth it, I can't do it. But if it's worth it, you know, I'll do it. And then mainly you want to stay to L.A. because I feel like there's a lot more, Latino comedians.
Okay.
But I don't want to be labeled as Latino, but most of my jokes are about my life. And
so there's more of a niche there for that? Okay.
Yeah. And he has a plug-in with a lot of...
They really don't have that down here, do they? They don't.
They don't.
They don't have a produced show based on that demographic.
Yeah. Any ethnicity. There's no
they really don't have. Yeah,
it's
that's
like
a good point.
all women shows.
Yeah, a couple of those, but it's been sort of few and far between.
Yeah.
But like I was talking, you know Omar Moore, right?
Sure.
He's like, you
I
don't
love
want to
Omar.
be like...
Shout out Omar.
Yeah.
I miss him. I haven't seen him
miss him
forever.
too. I'm trying to get him back in.
He's another knockout artist.
Yeah. So he told me, you don't want to just be, you know, like George Lopez is, you know? And I was like, I don't, but at the same time...
Why not? You mean rich and successful?
Yeah, right?
You want to be more like Carlos Mencia, I'd imagine.
No. I just want to cater. I want people to go to my show, whether they're white, black, whatever.
Yeah.
And but I feel like with him, with Little Rob, he's getting me some quality shows up there.
What is he? Is he Latino?
He's Latino too.
Okay.
So he's been getting me some shows, and I've been doing really, really well.
How little is he?
He's...
That's small.
Yeah.
Wow.
He just, this is a radio show, but he showed us sort of garden gnome size character. Does he wear a hat on top?
Yeah, I can put him on my shoulder.
Nice.
Nice.
No, but so I've been doing that, and I just figured, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it my way. You know, every time I've done comedy, there's always that one person that's like, you got to do all these shows, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. And I'm like, man.
Because they may think you're new. They don't realize you've been around for, 8 years plus.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
we got to get together and write.
You're like, you don't want to do that either.
Man, I got to go to work, dude. What are you talking about?
So has any comics ever made you want to punch up your jokes?
There was this one guy in the beginning.
What happened?
Yeah, I got to hear.
How did everybody hear about this?
I think it spread fast. Word of mouth. There's a lot of contact between people in the industry.
I think I was, what was it? Like my second time doing comedy?
It was really that early? It was the second time?
Or like,
I thought it was your first time.
Your fifth time.
Nice. So, do you guys want to hear the story?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Listen, we're going to knuckle down and we're going to get this story out.
All right. He has his own version of the story. But I want to tell you the truth.
Okay.
My truth.
All right.
So
we waited for the last episode of the podcast just for this.
Right on.
Okay.
So I was doing a show at the store. We were hanging out. I brought some buddies over. And I finished doing a set, and it was good. So I go outside, and I'm chilling.
Your second time?
It's like second, third. Actually, it was like the first year I started doing comedy.
All right.
And I see Eric Knowles come outside and another comic, and they're arguing. They're like yelling, and Eric's going to knock him out or like fight him, whatever. And Eric, I remember the first day I did comedy, I asked two comedians, I said, hey, man, I'm really nervous. Can you guys help me? Please, I was just like, what do I do? And they both looked at me, and they both looked at each other, and then they laughed at me. And they said, you'll be fine. And I was like, forget you guys.
Yeah.
But Eric
was nicer.
Eric's like, come here, man. It's like, look, dude, you're here to make them laugh. You're going to do fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's good. All right?
Nice.
And I was like, cool, man.
So he had a little bit more sensitivity to your nerves.
So when he went on stage, he was the host that night. He's like, hey, you guys, this guy's new, and he's going to...
Yeah.
But I know he's funny, whatever. And I was like, wow, this guy's cool.
Right.
So ever since then, I was like, all right, man, I like this dude.
I'm down for Eric Knowles.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. So when I saw him that day go outside talking about he wants to fight somebody and seeing the anger, I felt like I owed him that, So I was like looking around, and then I said, hey, man, what's going on? Is everything cool? He goes, nah, man, this guy punched a guy in a wheelchair, some other comedian, and this and that. I was like, oh, man, he's...
I don't know why I'm laughing at that. That's so wrong.
So I was like,
but who does that, first of all? Who
that's what he said.
punches a guy in a wheelchair?
That's not right. I'm going to beat this guy's ass. And then he goes inside.
Eric goes inside?
Eric goes inside.
Okay.
The other dude comes outside.
The one that punched the guy in the wheelchair.
And I said, hey, man. And I did it on purpose to kind of say, hey, what's up, man? Why you punching guys on a wheelchair? And he kind of looked at me, and he went like
forget
you, And so then I said, oh, all right, what's up then? And then I squared up, and he looked at me, and then I just punched him right in the jaw. And then, there's a bench outside?
God.
He flew a little bit back and then
went over the bench. Oh, sat down?
By the bench.
Okay.
And then another comedian.
Did you punch him while he was sitting down?
No,
so he knew
just
how
punched
it felt?
him. Just punched him.
So he knew how it felt to hit a guy in a wheelchair. Now that you're sitting, let me show you how that feels. Oh my God!
I should have done that. So I punch him, falls down.
He brought a wheelchair just to display. Now sit here. Okay, let me show you.
The guy in the wheelchair stands up and is like, "Yay!"
He stands up. He doesn't need a wheelchair after all. Yeah. You cured him with that punch. You healed his legs.
Healed him. So he falls down. Another guy comes out. He's like, man, what's going on? I was like, you want it too? Just kind of going crazy. And then what's his name? He has a.
And who was that? The door guy? Was it the door guy?
Yeah. What's his name? The black dude. He's in L.A. He has a
Chip.
Moses.
Okay. Moses comes out. I was like, Chris, what are you doing, man?
Battle.
He comes out, grabs me. He's like, get out of here, dude. And I just take off.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, everybody hears about it.
And then, did you get banned from the store and stuff?
Yeah, I got banned from the store. And then later on, I hear that this guy in the wheelchair started the whole fight, dude.
Man. Well, do you know who that was? Was he a comic, the guy in the wheelchair?
He was a comic.
He was.
I don't know who it was. I know there's another dude in the wheelchair.
There's two, yeah. There's at least two in San Diego. But that's so funny. So, yeah, I'd love to hear the other side of that one, but that's just crazy.
And this was one of your first sober shows, too.
It was. Hey,
started drinking right after that.
Daddy, this is why you need to drink.
Yeah.
Take the edge off.
Yeah, he was telling people that I just went crazy and just looked at him and sucker punched him and just
Right.
Yeah, and then told him.
Well, he sounds like he was probably taken off guard with that, just like, what? Pow,
Yeah.
But man, that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So did you perform other places then from that point on?
After that, that's when Fadus calls me.
Okay.
Because he heard about it?
He's like, I heard about the punch.
No, that
Got a
same
special
day,
show.
he was on stage and he would not get off stage.
Yeah, one of them got banned. That's why they started the cock and ball store.
Oh, no way.
So it was that day. That day I get banned. And
He
that
got
day,
banned as
he
well?
got banned because he calls me and he's like, hey, man, I saw your set before I went up and you're good. We're going to do this thing. F this and F that. And then I was like, hold on, dude. I said, look, man, I just punched some dude out. Just tell me the truth. If you're trying to...
if you need a bodyguard.
No. I thought he was trying to trick me into meeting him.
Oh, so he could jump you?
Yeah, with us. And I was like, look, man, just tell me and I'll go there by myself. But,
Yeah.
And he goes, what? What are you talking about, man? 'Cause he didn't know nothing about
that.
It's like, you want to do comedy or what? I was like, yeah, all right. So I meet him in PB, and then we start doing shows together. And then I had to forget about the comedy stuff. And I felt really bad, dude.
Did you ever discuss it with him ever again?
I apologized to him, and
You
he
did?
just told me to go screw myself.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
I
years
like,
ago,
that's
right?
cool. And I was going to almost offer for him to just punch me back and see if that.
Really?
Yeah, just be like, hey.
Can we make that offer to him now if he would squash it over that? Or you don't want to get punched?
I got a
out?
wheelchair I can bring.
I don't know if I
so he's
wanna
more
get punched
comfortable.
in the face, man.
He punches you, you sit in the wheelchair and just roll out of the...
I've been out the game for so long.
You don't think you could take a punch?
I don't think so.
I know you could.
Anymore.
I know you could.
Didn't you get stabbed a couple
Yeah,
years ago?
come on.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, at a wedding, right?
You guys want to hear that?
Yes,
story?
we want to hear it.
That was the last time.
What did you hear? That guy beat up a dude on crutches or something? You stabbed
He
him.
heard Chris punch somebody and he stabbed somebody in a wheelchair. So, had to get him that.
Wow.
We got one more segment with Chris Meza coming back. You listen to WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in internet talk. We'll be back. Bye.
Identity theft costs over $20 billion a year. When was the last time you changed all of your passwords? Don't be a victim. The nonprofit Securing Our eCity Foundation is here to support you. They serve individuals, families, seniors, businesses, and nonprofits throughout San Diego, helping to make a safer cyber experience for all. For more information, visit securingourecity.org or call 619-630-2444.
One person has the power to change the world, impact millions of lives, and leave a legacy for lifetimes to come. That person is you. In the New York Times bestseller, What is Your What? Steve Olsher, award-winning author and founder of the Reinvention Workshop, reveals his proven process that has helped thousands of men and women discover, share, and monetize the one thing they were born to do. Grab your free copy now at www.whatisyourwhat.com/free. That's www.whatisyourwhat.com/free.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. Vin Village connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, we are final of the final segment.
Oh, yes. We're going to miss our unofficial sponsor, Which Sandwiches.
Which, yeah.
Thank you so much for sending us so many imaginary sandwiches over the past 4 years.
It's been nice. It's
been nice thinking about it.
We do want to say thank you to Wade for the.
Thank you, Wade.
For letting us do the show for a long time.
Which Wade?
Done close to, I don't know, like 150 on here.
So many, and learned so many things from both the guests and from Wade.
I think we should we could write a book about the nonsense that Wade has told us.
Wade was doing math one day, and I thought, if I could do this math, I'd be rich.
Yeah, I think Wade should make toilet paper with all the things that he has to say.
That's not right. Somebody told me they bought their kids Donald Trump toilet paper for Christmas.
I saw they have that in Mexico.
Do they?
Yeah. So
I don't think Chris would approve of that. It's not right. He's not into that at all.
Yeah, you're a big Trump guy, huh? Or you're a big Republican.
Republican.
Mm-hmm. You refer to Trump as like he's smart, but he's just a little drunk all the time.
I know his intentions.
He's that drunk uncle. How'd you describe it in the break? He's like that guy that you're always like
the buddy that I know what he's trying to say, but he's just
saying it
not
badly.
saying it well.
Not saying it well. Yeah. I know what you mean, dog, but
he needs like in those Obama sketches how they had the anger translator.
Mm-hmm.
Trump needs like a translator to make it presidential.
Yes.
He needs someone to like make it sound all executive-y.
Exactly.
Or just like at every speech, just be holding a puppy.
That would be smart.
Yeah. You know what surprises me is that he's white, and you know what I notice about white people?
Tell me.
We're the same, dude. With problems, everything, we're all the same. The only thing that separates you guys is that you know how to word things right.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. Like when we have a family member that's in prison, we'll just tell you, yeah, man, that guy's locked up, man. He did something bad. You ask a white person that, where's your uncle? Oh, he's in a retreat right now.
Yeah.
He's in a better place.
He used a euphemism to describe it. He's he's in Europe.
We don't have no money. We're like, dude, we're broke. We ain't got no money. We're poor. You guys, we're on a budget right now.
Yeah,
we're trying to conserve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see how much?
Sure.
Oh, okay, this guy's still respectful, but
yeah. I just think with Trump, I mean, and I know everybody has their own opinions. I think at the bottom line is he just wants to make money and be richer than he already is. And I don't think he cares about helping anybody else.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You don't? I think it is when you're a public servant. Otherwise, you don't go into being a president if that's your goal.
No.
You should be a king or some sort of duke or ruler of some sort. I think that's what he's confusing is an emperor with a president.
I think that he wants to make things right in the country with like fixing the problems. I don't know if he has the feeling to make, to help people. It's just like, oh, here are the problems. Let's try to fix them like this. And at the same time, make his money, which I can't hate. I like capitalism.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has the best intentions. He just doesn't know how to go about it. Like, he kind of just says exactly what he wants to, he thinks is the right thing to say, but it's clearly not.
Yeah.
With like the thing he said about Puerto Rico, he's like, maybe I'll just say how shitty the mayor or whatever she is instead of like saying, yeah, we're going to send people out, Like he wants to place blame, but that's just not how you handle it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty
True.
dumb when it comes to that stuff. So
Speaking of handling stuff, we have one more Punch-Out story?
yeah,
No, this is a stabbing story.
Oh,
No, this is
showing
this
this
has
cigar.
to do with a wedding that you went to.
Yeah, I went to a family wedding.
Yeah, family wedding.
Yeah, that's
where
what
there was
happened.
a stabbing.
I was late.
You,
oh, yeah. That's why I got stabbed.
that's why.
And
I
didn't
almost
bring a
got
present.
stabbed today, I
And I
guess.
didn't bring a present. No, I went to L.A. for a family wedding. We got really drunk. And then the wedding was over, and they said, because they got hotel rooms for everyone.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the hotel. We're going to go party and whatever. And I said, man, I'm really drunk. I should have stayed home. And I didn't. And then I went to the after party. And all my cousins were there, and like my cousins' boyfriends were there, and I got in an argument with one of them, and then another cousin's boyfriend rushed me from the side, pushed me against the wall, and had his elbow on me, and then I just remember saying that as soon as I get out, dude, I'm gonna beat the living crap out of you, and then I saw my sister kind of pull him off of me.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I pushed him off. And then me and him just started fighting. I started beating him up. And then he, like, runs to his room. And I was like, whatever, man. I'm sure we're going to forget about it. We're all drunk. So I'm leaving, and I'm in the hallway, and I see him, like, come back.
Mm-hmm.
So I rush him again, and we start fighting. And we're just fighting. And next thing you know, I go to punch him. And you know, like, when you open the water hose, all the water comes out? I look up, and then my wrist is like squirting blood like that. Like,
Jesus.
What the? And I was like, okay. And I look around, I'm like, maybe, like, there's chaos everywhere in the room. And I was like, maybe something broke, a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So I grab hold of my wrist. I get off of him, and I said, let's go, because this is like bad. I've never bled like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm in the hallway, and I'm like, I remember like walking the hallway, but then I don't remember getting in the elevator. And then I remember being off the elevator, and then I remember being on the bed, and they're cutting up my pants, the ambulance.
Oh, wow.
You got stabbed in the leg too?
So, well, they ripped off all my clothes, and it turns out I got sliced up here in my
wrist?
So not a good place.
My
That could have been
arm.
very bad.
Yeah, this one.
In your
They
arm?
said if this one was a little deeper, the one closer to
that
my
would have
shoulder,
killed you.
you probably would have bled to death.
Bled to death.
And then I got stabbed right here in the heart.
Jesus.
He stabbed you in the heart?
Well, not in the heart, right in the middle.
He stabbed you. He shows us the scar. It's in his sternum, right in the center of his chest.
And that one
He stabbed you
hurt.
that many
This
times,
one-
and you didn't even notice it?
No, and then right here.
He stabbed you on that arm too?
So I
You
was
didn't
like-
even know he was holding a knife this whole time, and you were fighting, and he was just stabbing you.
Well, it split the family apart because later on I found out
Cut
that,
the family in twain.
yeah, cut the family apart.
Mm-hmm.
So later on I found out his girlfriend was my cousin.
Okay.
And I ran into her like a week later at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the hell, dude?" And she was like, "You're drunk." Oh, he was drunk too, and
Yeah.
but he shouldn't have stabbed me, you know.
Yeah.
And then and I go, "Just admit it." And she goes, "Yeah, well, he likes making knives and things like that." And yeah, he stabbed.
He
you.
likes making knives?
Yeah, like he's a weirdo. So I was like, all right, well, she admitted, you know, she said he stabbed, but I didn't press charges or anything.
Wow.
Have they come watch any of your shows in L.A.?
Hell no. No, actually, they live
So
here.
that could have been attempted murder, but you let him go.
That's the thing that kind of hurt me the most was the family just kind of said, "Oh, well, you're not dead." So I was like, "Well, forget you guys." You know?
I mean, have you always been soft-spoken?
I've never been asked that. Am I soft spoken?
You're supposed to, yeah,
Oh,
well,
for sure.
on the radio.
Yeah,
Well, every time I've talked to you,
Yeah.
you wouldn't seem like someone that would get in a
You don't start yelling and get
like
heated,
a
right?
fight like that.
No, I don't. I don't like to.
Do you keep it low right before you punch someone? You know,
just be
you're like,
"Hey man,
how's it going?
you fucked up,
Do
dog."
it. Why are you punching cripples and people? And
Well, here you go. Pow. That's what you get.
even the punch is quiet. Like it's like a silent. Like there's a
Yeah.
silencer on that fist. It's like,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Well,
That's what happened, man.
where
Wow,
can people
man.
follow you? On Twitter, Instagram?
They can follow me on Facebook, Chris Meza.
Yep.
Instagram, Chris. And then instead of the I in Chris, it's a number 1 and an M on Instagram. And that's all I.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, on YouTube. Chris Meza, the comedian.
Okay.
Did you know there's 2 There's another Chris Meza comedian.
Is there?
From Mexico.
You got to claim he's the one punching people.
Man, yeah.
You got to put it on him.
I'm going to punch him. Tell him to
So what do you have on
Tell him to change his name.
What do you have on
But
your
I'm going to say it to him
What's
real
up,
nice.
dog? Can you change your name real quick?
Hey, man.
Look, I'm just going to
Itsy
tell you
bitsy
once.
spider, bitch.
Real quietly. That was
The
a punch.
reason why is it's a trick, man. You speak real soft, and
Yeah.
then they get closer, they can hear you better. And then,
Yeah.
Right.
Speak
That's
softly, carry a big knife for stabbing.
Yeah, that's the trick with comedy too. If the audience isn't yelling, and being loud, you talk lower, so they have to listen.
And if that fails, punch him.
Punch him.
Right in the face.
Well,
Punch him in the face.
It's a final Comics Talk comedy on this format,
I know.
possibly ever. So
It's exciting, but we'll be back. Don't worry.
I hope
we'll
so.
be back.
all right. Well, you listen to WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in internet talk. Bye-bye, everybody.
You've heard me talking about Progressive Medical Center. They have helped me feel my best. And Dr. Goli, tell us a little bit about integrative medicine. Why is that such a big deal at Progressive Medical Center, and how can that make me feel better?
Integrative medicine is just good medicine. It's combining the best of traditional medicine, nutritional medicine, natural medicine, and really helping the patient get to the root cause so they can take control of their health and really make an impact to improve not only their energy, their vitality, and just their overall outlook on their health and their life.
I procrastinated for a long time before I finally made an appointment. So why should someone not delay and go ahead and get set up and come see you guys?
Any journey begins with that first step, and that first step means making a decision to recognize that there's something wrong with you. Whether you have fatigue, inappropriate weight gain, not sleeping well, not concentrating, all of these issues, you can get to the root cause.
So many of us here at The Fish have gotten help from Progressive Medical Center. So why don't you find out more from them today? Go to progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life, live it well.
Hey, do you want a great price on a new or used car? Hi, this is professional racing driver Don Swanson, and I know a thing or two about cars. I'm talking about Military Auto Center, San Diego's original and only automotive warehouse where low overhead means low prices on your next vehicle. Stop by and experience a friendly and casual way to discuss your car needs. They're located conveniently at 9323 Activity Road. You can call them at 858-831-7887 or online at militaryautocenter.com. We'll see you there.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.